the Xbox Developer Direct that just happened. Redfall, which finally got on a release date, May 2nd of this year, showing off a lot of the gameplay.
Let's call it what it was. This was finally gameplay reveal. This was the first time they didn't show cinematics, they showed actual gameplay. It looked pretty good. It doesn't look polished yet. Probably purposefully, it looks a little slow. I think they might have done that because they don't want to show too much high-speed action and you won't understand what's happening. But from what I've seen so far, it looks interesting. I still think this is gonna be a good game. They said that you could do the campaign solo or co-op. You can also do extra missions, which also you can do co-op. I think the way to play this game would be to do the campaign single player and then do side missions with your friends. That'll probably be the best way to do it. A couple things I liked was the designs of the characters, the designs of the vampires. They're pretty cool how different they are and the different ways that you could kill them. And definitely the loot. You could find a lot of different type of guns, a lot of different type of knives. The customization of your weapons looks really good, and they're gonna be rarity tiered. So the RPG fan in us will like that. The Destiny fan in me, I love that. You know, getting legendary guns, rare guns, attachments. You know, I look forward to finding out how deep this game goes. There's still a lot of questions unanswered. We'll probably see more as the release date comes closer.
For me, Arcane Studios is a staple studio that I love their games for. I enjoyed their games. I always have enjoyed their games. I'm looking forward to this. At first, the multiplayer aspect kind of pushed me away. As Desert Eagle and the Don know, I'm more of a single player campaign versus co-op. I'll do the co-op happily and I have great times, but I would prefer single player games. So I was a little skeptical. The more we keep seeing from this game, the more I am getting excited. Just like Forza, I thought that this was going to be a fall game too. For whatever reason, in my mind, it just felt like a fall game. So the fact that it said May actually surprised me. I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be great. Something that I can play early, right in time for the summer and kind of enjoy it so we don't have all those winter heavy hitters to compete against. I thought that was really amazing, and it's definitely going to get me to play the game even more because these summer months are usually the dry months. So it's great to have a AAA game. It's great to have Arcane Studios making it, and I'm looking forward to playing it co-op.
So the next game, Hi-Fi Rush, the surprise game that showed up out of nowhere and was releasing the day this event happened. It came out that night. Huge shock to the world.
This game being surprise announced, it was a good thing for Xbox because it answers the question, where are the games? It might not be a AAA game that is gonna push systems, but it's a card in the deck. Xbox needs as many exclusives as it could get, and this is one of them. From what I've been reading, it looks like a good time. People are having fun with this game. There's nothing but positive about this game being announced and released the same day.
So for me, Hi-Fi Rush was a great surprise for this Xbox Direct. I think it was only positive. First of all, it wasn't even announced originally, right? So the fact that they added that extra game was a good thing, and it comes from a good established studio that makes good games. So the fact that they released this and showed it off and said, hey guys, we've been working on this game. A lot of people were not even expecting that the game was going to be dropped when they were showing it off. I'm not going to lie to you, it didn't blow me away initially. I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks like a fun, cool game, but it definitely wasn't a game that I was like, wow, I have to run to the store or pre-order this and get it day one. But when they definitely said, hey, we got another surprise for you, it's going to come out right now, later on today, I thought that was amazing and great for Xbox. A nice different pace. It was like, hey, surprise game, and hey, it's coming out right now. The game looks polished, it looks good. So I was very happy for Xbox to do this, but I will say, I hope they continue the stealth drop in this capacity. I'm not expecting a AAA stealth drop game, but if they can incorporate some smaller Game Pass games, stealth drop, and add them in these directs moving forward, they might have something good on their hands.
Yeah, I think it's important that they have games of this caliber that they release maybe like once or twice a year would be a good cadence for these type of games. I mean, they're smaller games. They're not very expensive. They look very good for what they are, or for what this game is specifically. Like, these graphics were incredible. If they keep up things like this, it can only help them with their current situation. So the next game's Forza Motorsport, which we can all agree looks incredible. Disappointingly, however, there was no release date, which I think this game is going to get delayed for the fall.
The whole point of this direct was to give release dates, and they failed on a couple levels, that being one of them. You know, Forza's anticipated. This is gonna be one of Xbox's first party AAA games that is 4K 60 frames per second with ray tracing on the track. Now that is huge. First console racing game to hit all three. Gran Turismo couldn't do it. Forza Horizon, they only had ray tracing in the garages, so that's huge.
I will definitely give Forza a try when it comes out. The game looks really good. First Forza that's next gen only, so this game will not be available on Xbox One. True next gen Forza game. Really pushing that ray tracing tech. This game looks great. I think the trailer they showed was really good. Obviously, it's a simulation Gran Turismo competitor, so it's long standing, it's already established. I don't think I'm gonna have as much fun with this game as I do with Forza Horizon, but this game is going to be on my list of play for sure. I want to see the damage physics. I want to see some of my favorite cars and racing on the tracks with them, seeing how fast it goes. I'm definitely playing this day one. Will it keep me for long term? That's, I think, the real question. That's the question that I'm wondering myself. I don't really usually stay too long with simulation games, but once again, we're talking Game Pass, so the risk is free. You get to play a great game.
I don't think I'm going to play this game long term when it comes out. I'm going to for sure play it when it drops because I want to see the true power of the Xbox Series X, which we have never seen. No game is made has been made specific for that system, and I want to see what that looks like if there is in fact ray tracing while you are racing and playing the game. The interesting thing about this game, at the end of the Direct, they showed a graphic where it showed all the dates for everything. And on this game, it had coming 2023, and the G looked like a 6. So it's possible that they're targeting June. I don't think it's going to make June. Minecraft Legends, which now has the release date April 18th. Kids are going to want to play it. You know, my son is excited about this game. When they were describing the PvP, they said it's 2 teams up to 4 players. So it could be 4v4 where you're doing RTS stuff, building up a base, building up units, and then going to attack each other.
I'm not a fan of Minecraft. It looks like for kids because of how Minecraft looks, but it doesn't look like it's a game for kids because it looks very deep and probably very difficult. You know, maybe the single player will be pretty decent for kids, but PvP definitely not. It looks very tough for us grown-ups. It looks too kiddie. I don't think I'll be looking forward to that.
So my specific take on Minecraft Legends when I saw it, it seems like a natural evolution of Minecraft to me. Young kids are not going to know any type of RTS, at least in my experience. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I've never seen any young kids say, hey, this RTS is amazing.
My son, who's 5 years old and loves Minecraft, is very excited to play this game. And I told him, pump the brakes, kid. It ain't what you think.
So here's a real question for you guys. Are you going to try it when it comes out?
I don't have a choice. Once he sees that logo, when he comes down to the basement and turns on that Xbox and he sees that logo, he's going to be at Minecraft Legends. And I'm going to have to play it.
I have no interest in Minecraft then, now, or ever. So I won't be touching it.
Moving on, the next game that they announced during the showcase was the next expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, which is going to release on June 20th. It's going to be a new area, a new class, the Arcanist. I don't really have anything to say about Elder Scrolls Online. I tried it one time and it was fine, but nothing to write home about for me.
This announcement, I don't think it was really necessary because Elder Scrolls has like 1,000 expansions already. People who play it are gonna play it. People who don't, I don't think they're gonna jump on. I don't play it. Don doesn't play it. Pleasa doesn't play it. This expansion is not gonna make us jump on the game.
I don't think any of us in Games Point Blank play Elder Scrolls Online, and that's not a knock on the game itself. I'm sure it has a huge fan base. I'm sure it does very well for itself. I know we have a hardcore fan base behind it who love it, so I'm not going to say anything negative about it. I think that it being a major expansion and it being on Xbox Game Pass, it just made sense. I'm sure it's going to be great, but I know they also announced that the DLC for all of the other expansions will be free for Xbox Game Pass for a limited time. So for those who were on the fence to try this game, there's no better time, but this is just not for me. MMOs nowadays, way too much of a time sink for me to invest in.
All right, so that was it for the Developer Direct. I would say overall, I like the format of the Direct. I think this is a great way for them to present their upcoming games in the future. I hope they stick with this format and do it more regularly. My only issue is the quality of these games. They're just not to my taste. So that lowered points in it for me, the figurative points. But if they can do this format again with the other games they have coming out, I think it would be a lot more exciting, at least for me.
They need to continue doing this format moving forward. Maybe even if it's 3-4 times a year. This is the first one of the year they did. It makes sense. E3 is coming for the summer, and then we would expect the one at the fall at the bare minimum to close out that rest of the holiday and that first part of the next year. I think it'll be a great format for Xbox. Make it small, make it compact. Don't set expectations too high unless you guys can meet them.
I agree with you guys. This developers showcase is a great idea. I'm glad they decided to do it. On the big shows, they usually only show game logos or cinematics. This time they show actual gameplay. They have the developers explaining what you're going to be doing in the game, what the game is about, etc. So there's still a lot of games that Xbox announced and they still haven't shown much. So they could do, like Pleasa said, 2 or 3 more this year and showcase these games, because they need the advertising, they need the hype, they need to get players excited.
If you liked our content, mash that like button, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more content, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.